Good afternoon. Welcome to Danfo Conversations. Yes, I'm here and I'm back. And I'm happy to be back. Ooh, imagine going from minus what's it called? Minus 3 degrees cold. And then coming to this insane heat. Insane. I mean, literally insane heat. And Hamatan, but Hamatan doesn't bother me as much as the heat. And you clean the dust. What do you do with heat? Honestly, what do you do? It's mad. So yes, I was out of the country, which is why I wasn't here. I was in where did I go now? Good God, I only came back yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday was Thursday, Wednesday evening, and yes, I went to Austria. I was in Austria. I was in Vienna, to be precise. Those of you who know of the documentary Lace Relations, which in German, which is the language they speak in Austria, is called Stoff. The one about my mother, which was, about lace and Gotha and stuff. My mother, which was told through me. I was the main protagonist, etc., which we filmed quite a while ago. Even the station featured in it. Yes, remember, I think I said we did the Nigeria premiere in December. I think it was early December. If you're looking at right now on YouTube, yeah, I'm still cooling down. Honestly, Nigeria Info 99.3 FM. Yes, you see us on YouTube. I'm right here. So, we did the premiere here in Nigeria early December, and then the Austrian premiere, because it's actually by Austrian film producers. The Austrian premiere took place on last week Friday, which is why I had to be in Austria. And I'm happy to say it was very well. The film has been sold out since. It's still sold out. It's still doing the rounds in Austria, and it's still sold out. It's a documentary feature film. It's a feature documentary. So it's still selling out. But there will be a Nigerian version coming soon. So the film tells the story of the relation. But that's why it's called Lace Relations. So I think I might have told you before, I'm not sure, but let me just say it's a wonderful story in the sense that it speaks to Nigeria, primarily the women of Gotha, lace, right? Women who sold lace in Lagos Island, of which my mother was one. In fact, my mother brought women to come and sell in Gotha, the great late Jariat Yusuf Seriki. So Nigeria, as a result of that, gave industry to Austria, a very small town called Lustenau, which is in the state of Vorarlberg in Austria. Up until then, they didn't have this industry, and it was so big. It became so big as a result of us that when Obasanjo banned the importation of lace in his first time round, they insisted that they would continue to smuggle it. In fact, the government told them to continue to smuggle the lace into Nigeria, because that is how important it was. It's not often you hear stories where Nigeria gave industry to the West. It's not often you hear the story of black people, Africans, giving industry, awarding industry to the West. Indeed, to countries of colonialists. But indeed, this is one of the things that we did. It's a very positive, very strong story about Nigeria. Of course, don't look at it as one of those stories where they took advantage of us or anything like that. No, I mean, it was literally lace relations. It was a relation. They were making lace. They didn't have an industry. It got here. We bought it. we began to sell it. But of course, there's the way that it also impacted our indigenous, the sale of our indigenous fabrics. If you're looking, poor Zainab is trying to get the AC to work, so I'll stop sweating. Zainab, don't worry, I'm trying to cool down. It's okay, my love. We'll get them to come and have a look. Yeah. So it wasn't one of those where it's like a sad story or anything. It's a story of strength. It's a story of strong women. Like I said, it features myself as the main protagonist and a second protagonist who is an Austrian woman, absolutely wonderful, Greta her name is, who actually was the only female amongst all the Austrian lace traders. And in those days in Austria, certainly Vorarlberg, no way did women have their own power or independence, and certainly not one where you're traveling to Africa and actually selling and doing all these things in Africa that took you away from your village and all of that stuff. So that's sort of a synopsis of the story. Yeah, so like I said, yours truly, Zainab, is in there as well, actually. Although she wasn't smiling, I don't even know what happened. I don't even know why she hasn't seen it, because she wasn't able to make the Lagos premiere. But yeah, Zainab, every time I saw it, I'm like, that's Zainab! Yeah, Zainab, because we also filmed in this studio. So thank you very much to Nigeria Info. Thank you to everybody that took part in the list. We had 2 Nigerian directors, Joanna Reiter and Chioma, whose surname has just flown out of my head. So they were the 2 Nigerian directors. Primarily the Nigerian part, which featured me obviously all throughout, was filmed by Joanna, who is a wonderful sister friend of mine. And the other 2 women, the Austrian producers and directors, were Katrina and Annette. So yeah, so that's where I've been. And like I said, it was there were many black people in the audience. The place was chocker, absolutely packed. But little did I know that the head of mission, that's what they call them when there's no ambassador, the head of mission, a wonderful young man by the name of Muiwa, was actually in the audience till he came out. And he said, I was so proud of you on stage. I mean, I said many things on stage because obviously I was called on stage later. I talked about the strength of Nigerian women, how we had our independence, how Nigerian women had feminism before whites, before the West actually even gave it a name, because our women had power. They went to the markets, they went to the farm, they controlled the household. Indeed, they were matriarchs of the family. I spoke about that. I spoke about the strength in our trade. The fact that when you look at the African market, it is time for you to get it out of your head that it's below what they do at the stock exchange. Because what happens at every stock exchange, the Lagos Stock Exchange, New York Stock Exchange, Berlin Stock Exchange, etc., etc., what do you think happens? They trade. They sell, somebody's selling, somebody's buying. And that's what happens in our markets. So I made that very clear to them. That forget what Bob Geldof told you. Yeah, we're not saying Africa is there yet, but African women always had independence. We always had agency. We always had the power. Way before the colonialists came, certainly in Nigeria and certainly in Yoruba land. So, I mean, like, it was amazing. And all these people came. I got off stage. I said much more. I'll post it on my handle because I haven't had a chance to post it. And certainly many, all the black people that came there, including, would you believe it, young boys, came to say thank you to me when I got off stage. I didn't realize that I was saying anything really exceptional, but they were just so grateful. They were like, thank you, young boys. I'm talking about young teenage boys. They were like, thank you for saying that, thank you. So it was when I got off stage that Muiwa, this man, comes to me. His name is Muiwa, and he said, hello, Ma. My name is Muiwa. I'm the head of mission for the Nigerian embassy here. Wow, he said, thank you for saying all these things, because like I said, we have markets all over Nigeria. Indeed, lace wasn't just sold actually in Lagos. It's just that Lagos was the biggest, the loudest, loudest. Gotha was the biggest, the loudest, the most, I don't know, formidable of all the markets. You know, and yeah, he talked to me about how, you know, his mother had a shop in the market and how the money sent him to school, and, you know, the relation between him and his mom and his dad. It was just a beautiful, beautiful time. So Austria was fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. The other thing that I love about going to Austria is not the first time. The other thing about going to Austria is what it makes me miss about Nigeria is that I can get on a train in Austria and travel to pretty much any part of Europe by train. So every time I go to Austria, so the last time I was there, I got a train, I went to Budapest. This time I got a train and I went to Slovakia. If I wanted to, I could have continued by train and keep going and going. So I've promised myself the next time I go to Austria, I'm going to allow myself for between 4 and 6 days to just travel from one country to the other. That's the one thing we're missing in Africa, and I wished we had in Africa. That's certainly the one thing I wished we had in Nigeria. But guess what, though? As a child who grew up in the UK, it also helped me to realize that, you know, some people now say the UK is the third world. I said, no, they're fourth world. They're behind us now because we were third world first. They're joining from the back because that isn't available in the UK. And that's the thing. I realized, oh my God, this isn't available in the UK. I can't just get on trains and keep traveling. Yes, there's a train that takes you from the Eurotunnel that takes you from the UK to France, but that's about it. Right? So, yes, Austria was fabulous, and I got to see Marie-Therese on stage. Story of a wonderful woman. Marie-Therese, who is known as, Google her, she's known as the mother of Austria. Anyway, so that's my gist. I've given you the details of why I wasn't here. I have confessed my sins. I was having a fabulous time. And if you think that I'm looking a little bit more yellow today, it's because whenever I come from the cold, I lighten up because there's no sun. Like literally, it was freezing cold. Anyway, so what I want us to talk about today, excuse me, as I'm happy to be back, is 7 states turned 50 this past week, or this year rather. 7 states, they turned 50, and yet none of them really can boast of any particular growth. Yeah, this is something that's been very quiet in the news. You've heard of Ogun State celebrating this one, but they haven't had any particular growth. So that's what I want you to call me about. But let me tell you what those 7 states are. Bauchi, Benue, Borno, Imo, Niger State, Ogun State, and Ondo State. Let me start again. Bauchi State, Benue State, Borno, Imo State, Niger State, Ogun State, and Ondo State. In February 1976, General Murtala Mohammed created 7 new states to deepen federalism and accelerate development. 50 years later, the results are mixed and for many, deeply disappointing. Bauchi State was created in 1976. The region is in the northeast. It has a population of 8 million, but a poverty rate of between 50 to 60%. It has an IGR that's below 25 billion annually, economically heavily dependent on FAC allocations. I'm moving fast because we don't have time. Number 2, Benue State, nicknamed the food basket of the nation. Poverty rate 50 to 55%. IGR 20 to 25 billion, one of the lowest per capita incomes in north central Nigeria. Number 3, Borno State, region northeast, poverty rate 70%, IGR 15 billion, economy devastated by Boko Haram insurgency. Number 4, Imo State, region southeast, poverty rate 30 to 35%, lower than the national average but rising. IGR is 35 to 45 billion, low for a commercial Igbo state. Number 5, Niger State, largest state by landmass, poverty rate is 62%, IGR is 20 billion or less. Number 6, Ogun State. I want to do this before the break comes and then you can all call me. Ogun State, Southwest, poverty rate 20-25%. IGR is 80 to 100 billion. Number 7, Ondo State, Southwest, poverty rate 30 to 35%. IGR is 30 to 40 billion. Oil producing but poorly diversified. Call me after the break. Let's talk.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this. What is health? It's more than the absence of illness. It's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let me tell you the real thing to brag about. Brag about how authentic you are. Brag about your confidence and your vibe. Brag about your style, your energy. And yes, brag about how amazing you smell. Because there is one fragrance that gives you all of that in one bottle. Wazobia perfume.
Oh yes, Wazobia perfume. The same perfume everybody's talking about. See, once you step in with Wazobia perfume, you don't need to talk too much. The fragrance does the talking for you. Be authentic, be confident, be classy. Treat yourself and your friends to Wazobia perfume today. Available as both perfume and body spray.
Get your Wazobia perfume today at any store near you or order online for carton purchases or to stock Wazobia perfume. Please call 0201-330-0047 or email contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
You want to hear all about it? Welcome to the Talk Station. It's more conversation and more conversation.
And then weeks later, there was a U-turn. Well, there was a coup.
Military arrest 65-year-old woman supplying drugs to Boko Haram.
If they know where they are, why don't the army go there and destroy the whole of that place?
Why is it only concerned about politics? Bringing everybody into the APC.
Nothing did not take place. Those people are still in the custody of their abductors. Another one has taken place.
As Yusuf dumps opposition for APC. In fact, everybody in Kano has dumped the NNPP.
So Kwankwaso coming out now to say, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying he does know, right?
I don't know what these guys will use to campaign again come 2027.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We don't ask what you bring to the table. Your voice builds the table.
In the news, the federal government has charged senior advocate Michael Zekome with forgery.
People whose houses have been demolished in Makoko, sleeping on the water now.
Before you demolish, give them provision where they will stay before your demolition.
You know when they want to do their housing for their cronies or whatever, like the waterfront.
You're part of the conversation.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Let's talk. There were 7 states. Did I read the 7th? I think I did. 7 states were created by Murtala Muhammad in 1976. And none of those states can boast of any real development. So as we say in Yoruba, Kilanfani Rogbo. Indeed, what is the point? What is the point? You're calling me. Oh, I was just about to answer that. Call back. Let's talk. What do you have to say? Are you from those states? What do you think the problem is? Hello? Hello? I can't hear you.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine.
Titi Lokba, yes, thank you.
Thank you. Number one, let me add to your preamble. You're coming back from Austria. Number one, do you know again, just like you have discussed on this program before that before Papa John's ban, they used to manufacture IEP lace and some other lace materials in Nigeria.
Of course. I remember 5-star lace. 5-star. I remember.
Some complaints on Badagry Express and even on No Show, whatever. Even in Ikorodu.
Yeah.
But what has happened to our economy?
Wow, there you go.
The second question regarding that is that saying people they wear lace.
Well, they do, but they wear different type of lace. They wear broderie anglais, which is what happened. They were making broderie anglais, which is a soft, you know, that kind of soft lace that you see on tables, that it's knitted. Yes, the lace that we wear is totally different. So when they were, that's the trade we were able to give them. They still make it till today. I went to the factories and stuff. You know, incidentally, in the film, you will see me in a factory. Believe it or not, that factory is in Nigeria, somewhere near Maryland, in Ikeja. That was the only remaining lace factory in Nigeria. You probably heard of Supreme Lace. And when you hear of Supreme Lace, wait. When you hear of Supreme Lace, you will see made in Austria on it. It was a lie. Supreme Lace is made in Nigeria. The guy that owned it, Rudy, an Austrian man, actually said to me that he was told by the traders that he has to put made in Austria on it, otherwise they wouldn't sell it. Because they were going to make much money. I don't know what's going on. What's going on?
Hello? I can hear you.
Yes. He said he was told to put made in Austria on it so they could sell it. I don't know what's happened. Something is going on. I'm here. I can hear you. What is going on?
I can hear you. Okay, I don't know.
What did you hear me up to? Yes, so Supreme Lace was made in Lagos, in Ikeja, but he had to put made in Austria on it because the traders insisted that it had to say made in Austria, otherwise
then
they wouldn't.
The Ministry of Trade, Nigeria Federal Ministry of Trade, should come in. The same thing happened to the shoes, to the suit materials, everything they did in the southeast, right? Made in Italy, made in everywhere. Why are we not deceiving ourselves?
Anyway,
what that means is that anyway, that's
by the by. Yes. All right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
They are somehow interwoven. Because
they are.
Part of
they are. Yeah.
The second question. I think Oyo State is part of the state created in 1976 February.
No, Niger State, Ogun State, and Ondo are the two that's part of the Southwest.
I might be wrong, but Oyo State also celebrating.
Oyo was also celebrating. You're right. Were they created in 1976? That's interesting. That must be missing. Or maybe it's the one I forgot to read out. Go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So my problem is
8 states. Oyo states. I forgot. It's my mistake. Oyo is included.
It was a further deterioration of Nigerian state post-independence. Because the Igbo people that gave Nigeria the name Nigeria, the school and the administrative architecture, they created three regions. The northern region, the western region, and the eastern region. Because of the politics and some political whatever within Nigerians themselves, they decided to create Midwestern states just to weaken Awolowo and also reduce the eastern people as well. But today, what do we have? When the military coup happened in 1966, afterwards, they thought about, okay, we cannot go back to the regional system because it's going to improve, it's going to bring about, a balkanization of Nigeria, secession and what have you. But that is not solve the problem. If you see that from 12 states to 19 states, if you now ask all those states, that is the place where you lost the ability of the Western region to be the cocoa leading producer in the world, the Eastern people, and even the North. Apart from the fact that we got oil in 1973, the oil boom and what have you. So everybody has gone back.
I need to ask you. So that balkanization that Murtala Muhammad did, do you think it at the time was it a smart move, or was it a naive move, or just pure politics?
It was not a smart move it was a deliberate killing of the potentiality of the Nigerian people. It was deliberate killing of the potentiality of the. For instance, now, like I was saying earlier, the East. I knew some parts many years I think in the 80s, 90s, there are motor parts you buy from the East. Igbo made. You don't hear about Igbo made again. That was the same time you were hearing Taiwan made. Today, Taiwan is the best manufacturer of chips all over the world. You can imagine the technology of the Igbos then compared with the Taiwanese people if they had allowed them to stay. Do you know where we would have been today?
Indeed.
They destroyed everything. So for me, I don't think.
So should we go? Are you saying that we should go back to regional rather than all these states?
It is difficult, but if you have to be very objective, that is even better for us as a people. Because going with the present system, they are not going anywhere. We can't get to anywhere good or great. With this kind of present people, and especially with the bad politicians that you have here.
Thank you.
Because I don't understand. With the region system, even when they out of bad politics, bad blood took away Midwestern states from the old Western region, I would not was still able to do well. The Western people were still able to do well.
Thank you very much.
Because there was synergy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So you've heard Titilope. Was it intended to destroy Nigeria? Was it naive? I'm asking. Was it supposed to make it better? Was it for balance? Was it worth it? Really? Let's talk. And now you're all calling 2 minutes each. Hello.
Good afternoon, Sisi.
Emmanuel, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing well.
Thank you. Talk to me.
First off, we need to address this issue of imported stuffs, and writing names of other countries and goods we produce, because our politicians import their cars. I even heard that some people import water. And of recent, I know they've been doing it before. They are even importing porn stars. I don't know if I'm permitted to use that language.
Oh, it's a word. Go ahead. You didn't swear.
Because I can be massaging somebody's feet. And then the video gets big, and Sisi handles the PR, and she tells the world that it was AI.
Well, the thing is, look, you want me to comment on that feet massage? Let me be honest with you. As I said on one of my groups, I honestly couldn't care less. What I care about is whether he's doing his job. If he likes, he should collect 300 feet and be massaging it. The man is I even thought, I was told, that's his ex-wife. But others are saying it's not his ex-wife. Well, even if it's not his wife, he's a divorced man. If you like, he should massage all the feet. I just want him to do the job. Now, we can then question him about the money he's spending on the private jet. Not so much about him rubbing a woman's feet. That's his own problem.
You even know if it was internal people, it will have been, the services will have been paid for in Naira.
Let's move on. Emmanuel, don't get me in trouble.
Talking about state creation, it was a mixture of policies, probably a sense of belonging, cultural, uplifting, and so on. But there is something somebody says, that struck me at a point. The person was a white man. He said in the Western world, if people want to get richer or get rich, they build factories, they go into hard work and so on. But in Africa, when people want to get rich, they go into politics.
What can I say? Talk it, sing it, preach it, brother.
And that struck me. Of recent, when there was this clamor of state creation, I know there is still that clamor. Have we asked, what is the interest of these people clamoring for state creation?
Very true.
Today, we have states, that can't run independently. Who goes to Abuja, for federal allocation?
That's right.
I tell you, if there is no federal allocation for 3-4 months, those states will go into
at least most of the states here on this state.
I'm from Delta. My state was created, from Edo State. Today we have people who want.
Which part of Delta are you? Are you?
I am Isoko.
Isoko, okay.
Yeah,
Is that the name of your ethnic group, right? In
Yeah,
Soko?
yes. Yeah, we are closer to Urobo.
Yes. Well, because my son is Shakiri, I gave you people a lovely, handsome boy.
Yes. Lovely handsome boy.
Yes. So, and I refuse to actually. I'll tell you something. This is just a me thing. In my head, it's still Bendel and Benin. I refuse to actually divide them. I don't agree with that balkanization because they're pretty much the same people. But you know, it's all for politics.
If we are to look at the state presently, the state can do well, but our politicians are kneeling on our neck. We can't breathe. All the 60 to 70% of our resources, are being mismanaged. And some of these figures we hear, they are the ones that are on record. I believe a lot of things are done off book, than the ones that are done on book. So the progress of states is neither here nor there for me. In as much as we don't have politicians who will use the resources, for the people. Because I believe that if the resources of each state is used for the people, each states are going to, will have grown far, more than today. Yes, there is something to celebrate, but they are not where we are supposed to be.
Thank you very much. That's a good place to end it. Thank you, Emmanuel. Enjoy talking to you. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Happy New Year.
The one and only. The one and only. The Almighty. The God of Koboko. My dear brother. I greet you. I greet you. I greet you. How are you? I don't know what's going on.
Nigeria economy. We are not picking Concom and the nylon for them to sell and chop. Concerning what one of my brothers said about balkanization, you asked question, was it supposed to come that time? Look at what caused balkanization of 1st of 16 January 1960 was unrest and the arrest of Awolowo. Some soldiers don't like him. Was not proactive. Amadou Bello was having some soldiers controlling in Kaduna that time. Adding with the tsunami of some African soldiers, Austin Kwame Nkrumah, Jonas Savimbi, and Jordan, one man of Congo. Don't forget his name. It's not supposed to be, but you cannot leave fruit to come the core branch. Something comes out. It's bad leadership. Coupling with that 7th of February when they state, some North Central soldier was not happy for that state he created. Another one, money as rumor came and as what we read, he wanted to sack almost 200 North Central soldiers that followed him to fight war. That was why he was ousted. So, soldier military incursion should be banned and supposed not to be at all because we never survived the one we had. But to avoid in conclusion, look at what Senate about my brother that I trust is telling me transmit and transcend and transform. Which one is transmit and transform?
You're taking us beyond our Koboko. My only brother. Look, Koboko.
You have done everything for Nigeria. You're no longer eating. The one we want you to do, you don't want to do it.
Yeah, but I don't want us to go into that space because.
Thank you. So I'm telling you what.
Thank you.
Military incursions.
Thank you.
What caused the balkanization? My brother say you asked.
Thank you. About the balkanization that I asked. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We reject the army. Right. Let's stay on topic, people. Okay. We're talking about the 8 states that Murtala Muhammad created in 1976.
My radio mommy, how are you? If you don't like it, we'll go to court and I'll win because I'm like that man that has a leg in party. Whether you like it or not, you can decide whether I'm fair, second, third, or do them. Romeo from Isobo.
How are you, Romeo?
Fine. On to the topic. Let me cover it too. Funny enough, Arnold Schwarzenegger is from Austria.
Yes. I don't like him though.
From Austria because at the time he was there, he was complaining it was a boring village. to America.
Yeah, but it depends on which part of Austria he's from, because I think there are like 6 or 8 states in Austria. Look, one of my girlfriends lives in Lower Austria. Let me make you laugh, right? She lives in Lower Austria, in a village in Lower Austria. Guess how many people live in her village? You can. Shall I tell you? They're probably less than half the members of your whole family combined. 76.
Yeah. No, what I'm linking
76 residents live in that village.
I'm linking it to the story is about development. He ran because it was, but can you compare Australia then and now compared to Nigeria? And itself, there's this cyclist I follow on YouTube. I think he's Fabio Weber, so he's sponsored by Red Bull. He's Australian. What that guy does with the bike. And he's in Austria. He doesn't even need to leave Austria. So you see what development does. Then, like I said about women, funny enough, there's even this documentary, I think, Queens. In Elephant, the female lead, there's no problem. In Wales, I think, the female lead, there's no problem. Hyenas, you know that when the queen leaves, another female breastfeeds and nurses the children. That they are one of the only animals that does that. Then some of the oldest, I think, instruments for counting is for Africa. I think Congo, the poma, there are 2 bones. But do you know the painting? None of the bones is in Africa. They are in museums outside Nigeria. Then on to the topic of this list, honestly, all these governors, you see, they will say for the opposition party because people have nothing to campaign about. In 50 years, they have been so old. And the most painful one is the North. I have a friend that works in, I think, in solid minerals. She says, okay, many of these northern states, if you see what they have, when they are even bringing fact, they are supposed to be telling us, keep your money, we don't need it.
Absolutely.
Up to like 5 northern states have gold. There was a time Joyce interviewed someone. He was like, when he was interviewing one of the bandits, he was like, if you know how much is in gold, you throw away oil. We have no reason to be poor, but the kind of people we have, and we're in a country where allegedly a governor that housed a bandit is our minister for defense. A person that allegedly was involved in gold listing in EFCC, up, down, center, left, right. We are not serious. There are so many ways to make Nigeria money in Nigeria.
Let me join it together with you, because you started with the Austria and of course about the development, and of course you've talked about the creation of these states and stuff like that. You're right. You're actually right, because one of the things that comes about in the film that you get to see in the film is the point where I speak to the head of the Austrian Lace Union. And I say to him, look, are you not thankful to Nigeria for giving you a trade? He said, yes, of course we are. He said, thank you, for giving you an industry. He said, thank you, but this was this was, it was mutually beneficial relationship, but look at what he said, and this is telling. He said, look at what we did with our money and what you did with your money. With our money, and it's true, because I was specifically talking to him in this particular space. With their money, they created technology. So much so that in this particular area where they're doing this technology, they have created fabrics that can read your heartbeat. Meanwhile, what did we do with our money? Don't talk anymore. Don't
GMO lace itself.
Yes, don't talk anymore, my brother. You get it. You get it.
We failed everywhere. Is it our lace? Is it our palm oil? The thing I can confirm to you, Sisi Oge, is that if I start a lace factory, the one thing I'm sure of is tax. Nobody would care about how I started, but it's tax.
Yeah, but you've got to pay tax. Oh, we've got to have that conversation another time. We've got to have that conversation another time.
I'm not against the tax, but you didn't help the person when he was starting. So what right do you now have to demand?
But that's not how tax works. Oh, no. I'm going to touch on this tax thing. Let's not do this now because of time. We're going to have this conversation, and I hope you call when we're having it, because because you all might hate me, but I feel totally different to the way people see tax in Nigeria.
What I mean, I am not against the tax. What I feel most people
You're saying that there's no infrastructure, so you haven't given me infrastructure for my business, so why are you taxing me? Well, it's a chicken and egg. It's a chicken and egg.
I'm not even sure.
We're moving. We gotta go. My darling, call me again. Thank you. It's been great talking to you. Hello. I've got messages that I need to read. Hello.
Hello, Auntie again.
The problem, Auntie Sisi, Auntie Bitiba. People, I'll fight you. Well, that's what you're calling mommy. You to call it Auntie. Oh yeah, hurry up. You have 2 minutes.
Storm Raider.
Storm Raider. I'm enjoying these conversations too much. 2 minutes. I'm gonna be strict. Oh yeah, go quickly.
Can you see how lost we are? We don't trust anything we do. We have to, borrow a foreign name to make it genuine so that we can use it. I'm from Edo State, but we moved down to Edo State since 1987. So I saw the likes of Olumilua, Commander Bode George, all of them. I saw how Akure started and became what it is now. So what I've come to understand is that we lack visionary leaders. You know that Ondo State has dropped from being one of the best, highest cocoa producing states. I can boast of Ondo State's bitumen.
Yes, the bitumen. Yes, even the charcoal. Ondo State, the charcoal. Oh my good God!
You know what they do?
Yeah,
the politicians will come and campaign. I'm not worried. Bitumen, I'm actually. Once it's time, once they get to power, shut the door.
Because they're lazy. Is it not laziness? I mean, can we start talking about basic pedestrian human laziness? Because I think we're giving them too much of a compliment when we start using big words. I think some of these people, it's another word that wanted to come into my mouth, so it begins with an M and ends with an R, but I will not say it on radio so I don't get the sack. Yeah, some of these people are just lazy. Do you not think so? Because those who are not lazy, it takes passion and planning and to care and to invest your time to actually make something good.
There are a lot of things. All they just depend on is the federal revenue. All they go to Abuja and get theirs and that.
That's laziness.
The thing is, we have a lot in Ondo State. I tell people I'm more Ondo than Edo. Because I spent all my life there. Smother has been there for almost 40 years. That place from 1987 till, went to school there. I saw how remote it was before it became open like this right now. You will see them come and campaign. We are all producing states in Ondo State. Hope you know, Auntie Rachel.
Oh, are you telling me it's all producing but poorly diversified?
See,
yes.
It was in my presence. The Owena motels were now transformed. The part of it was now transformed to what's it called? This ShopRite or whatever. I think it was one better off then than now, sir.
Thank you.
Say that the old secretariat, all they will just do will come and campaign. They will just fix one road and that's it. Nothing is happening now. I was going to with a friend of my old resident in Akure, and he's saying that it keeps getting worse. The one we have there now said it's billions on bulletproof cars.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you. But you know what? Yeah, I'll just say something. As I hope you're still listening about Ondo State. I'll give you a funny story. Actually, let me wait till the end. So I'll give you a funny story about me in Ondo State. Right. So what have I got here? I have messages from Fendi Mendieta from Austin, Texas. Nice one, Cecile. Just watch the snippet of Lace Relations on YouTube. Looks very interesting. I'm definitely going to see it. Thank you so much. Yes. You can watch the what do you call it? You can watch the trailer on YouTube. Yes, indeed you can. What have I got here? I have here. Where is it now? Cecile, welcome back. Hope you brought back some Austrian chocolate. You see that chocolate? See, there are things that needs to happen that the hips must actually begin to regret. Honestly, Austrian chocolate is divine. I have to go on a diet. I don't even know. Should I use Ozempic? You got people tell me. Hope you brought some Austrian chocolate. I think it's 8 states because Ondo State also celebrated 50th anniversary. That's Ayo from Akure, Ondo State. Thank you, Ayo. You are absolutely correct. What do I have? Sisogi, I'm happy to hear the voice of Koboko again. So am I. Thank God for his life. That's Dominic from Ikorodu. Thank God. Thank God. Was this to me? The reason Akpabio and Senate did not adopt election. Oh, see, I don't want us to talk about that now. Otherwise, we'll move away from what we are actually talking about. Because, man, I can tell you something. We can talk about Akpabio all friggin' year, and I wouldn't run out of things to say because you all know how I feel about that man, Sha. But Zainab, am I going on break now? Okay, some of you are calling. I'll be right back after this break, and I promise you'll get 1 minute each so I can get everybody. Give them a chance to talk. I'll be right back.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
What is health? It's more than the absence of illness. It's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Lagos, are you ready? For over 30 years, one global name has trained winners, built smart traders, and opened doors to the financial markets. Hantech Markets. This February, Lagos takes the lead. Join the Hantech Markets General Seminar on Saturday, the 21st of February 2026 at the Function Suite, Sheraton Lagos Hotel, 30 Mobolaji Bank Anthony Way, Ikeja, 10 a.m. prompt. Learn trading fundamentals, discover copy trading, understand funded accounts, and gain real market insights all in one room. Seats are limited. Register now. Text LAG is ready to 0805 690 5612 0805 690 5612 to participate. Hantech. Trade your future with confidence.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info. Welcome back to Danfo Conversations, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to Danfo Conversations. I have a message here from Steve Ofere in Ijaniki. He said, what a country. Oh no, that's not right. Right, here we go. He said, colonialism dealt a blow on us, an inferiority complex became our character, up to the point of accepting any creature as leaders after independence. Ouch. It's bad. It's this bad leadership that made us accept the balkanization of the country without true patriotic spirit behind it. The false federalism we are practicing have so blinded us that many don't really know the solution to have a good and enjoyable country anymore. The confusion from this system is which terrible leadership is too complex and contradictory to talk about in one breath. Steve, you're so right. You are so right. Let's talk. If you can be quick before the news. Hello.
Hello, Sisioge.
Yes, how are you?
Fine, thank you. This is Shade from Ijegun.
Hello, Shade. Oh, yeah, quickly, go before the news.
I truly agree with you that Kilamfani Orogbo, Unta Je,
Tio Lawe,
Unta Patio Lawe, Unta Je Totwa Koro. I think it's basically for political reasons that those states were actually created, because significantly we have not seen development, as you said, and it's also a function of power supply, because power supply is an integral part of any country that must develop in a very, very spontaneous way. When I was in secondary school, all these what's it called, China, Korea, they are all call Asian tigers. Look at them. They've taken all over the world. But Nigeria is still far behind because they will go to Dubai, they'll go to US, they'll go to UK, and they'll be telling us that things are done this way, things are done that way. Is it the way things are done there that they are doing here? They go there, they learn, they cannot come and implement here. Power supply is near to zero. They keep telling us they will give us power supply. How will they do mining? How will they develop all the different aspects of our economy if power supply is zero and you keep putting your children in perpetual darkness? Mr. President, Mr. Power, what's it called, Minister?
Adelabu Olodo.
Have a rethink.
Thank you very
much. This is really,
much.
really unfair.
Thank
they
you.
keep telling us to pay and pay and pay and pay. What is the essence of paying for darkness?
Thank you
The
very
powers are
much.
not even getting
We gotta
to
go.
you.
It's news time.
Thank you.
You made great, excellent points. Thank you.
It's your safe haven for news.
Alleged coup, military hands over reports to Tinubu.
I thought that the federal government said there is nothing like you.
Manchester United, we always end records. We know how to do these things. I just feel Arsenal lack certain things this season.
Nigeria shouldn't just be about politics, be about governance.
President is jetting out again, despite all the serious issues that
We hear it, we share it. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. It's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Israel Umar, and this is the headline news. Several journalists injured in Bauchi Road accident after NEDC project commissioning. Over 50 survivors hospitalized after attack on rural community in Kwara. United Nations US condemns Kwara massacre. Turkish government pledges support to fight terrorism. Lawmakers explain Kwara attack as security forces move in after mass killings. Workers' protest disrupts flight operations at Enugu Airport. Former Minister of Education Obi Ezekwesili raises alarm over ambiguities in amended Electoral Act. Senate clarifies Electoral Act amendment retains electronic transmission results. The PDP plunges into fresh crisis as INEC recognizes Wike-linked caretaker committee. Makinde-aligned PDP faction rejects INEC move, says dispute still in court. 172 worshippers freed after Kaduna church abductions. And on the foreign scene, Pakistan mosque blast kills 31 in deadliest attack since 2023. Ukraine and Russia exchange prisoners after US brokered talks. And in sports, Ademola Lookman scores on Atletico Madrid debut, hits 100th career goal. Super Eagles goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali leaves South Africa's Chippa United. And finally, Kanu Okocha Mokachi to headline African Legends Gala match in Abuja. And that's all on the news making the headlines this hour. My name is Israel Umar. Danfo Conversations continues.
The conversation.
We talk.
You talk.
Going on online, everywhere it's about medical negligence.
everybody have a story to tell.
Happening that medically, Nigeria should not happen.
Nigeria ranks east when it comes to living conditions.
They want us to be in darkness and say we have light.
Our culture, our religious tendencies tend to affect most of the
Nigeria, welcome to AfriMillions, the home of Africa's biggest jackpot. There is no other. Here, there's a massive 1 billion naira granted every single week. This is no joke. I'm talking about 1 billion naira. If anybody doesn't win it this week, it rolls over to the next one, and someone has to finally grab it. If you're ready to win this 1 billion naira, playing is very easy. Go now and visit www.afrimillions.com and play just 1,000 naira. That's all you need. Sign up, then pick your 6 lucky numbers out of 49. Then catch the live draws on Saturday at 8 p.m. If your ticket number matches the numbers that come out of the draw machine, guess what? You just won 1 billion naira, just like that. And if it doesn't match us all 6, it's okay. There is something for you. If you match 5 out of 6, you win 1 million naira. If you match 4 out of 6, you win 100,000 naira. And if you match 3 out of 6, you get to win 3,000 naira. And if you match 2 out of 6, you get to win a free ticket. You can also play at any Lotto Media agent or log on to mylottohub.com to get your tickets. Or you can simply dial 1649 # and follow the prompt. If you don't have 1,000 naira, no problem. You and your friends can actually combine money together and buy a lottery ticket called Play and Share. And if your ticket wins, of course, you get to share that win with that friend. To find out if you've won, tune into live draws at 8 p.m. on Saturdays exclusively on Wazobia Max TV. You can also listen into live draws on Wazobia FM, Core FM, and Nigeria Info FM from 8 p.m. every Saturday. Another good news is that you don't have to wait till Saturday to play when you can win every day via instant draws on the website every hour. Play the Oya Now Keno draws every hour where you can win up to 150,000 naira daily. Remember, all ticket sales closes strictly 6 p.m. on Saturday. So go now and visit www.afromillions.com. Dial *1649 # or visit any authorized agent to play. Play smart, win big. AfriMillions is licensed and regulated by Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority. All draws are independently verified, 100% transparent, of course. Do remember to play responsibly, not suitable for anyone under 18. AfriMillions, to win together.
Welcome back to Danfo Conversations, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to Danfo Conversations. How did I get distracted? Let's talk 1 minute each. Let's talk. We're almost out of time. Hello. Oops, you snooze, you lose. Right. Okay, you're back. Hello. Hello. I don't know what's up with your line. Good afternoon.
Hey, my name is Chuku from Butu.
Okay, go ahead, Chuku. You have 1 minute starting now.
Okay, this is what is on my mind. The world is so unkind. Your idols with feet of clay. At every event, where they trip and fall. My peace I give you, I pray. Amongst you, nobody cares for the poor. Anyone promotes national interest, unity and cohesion, and only on this ground can I support the opposition, whether it is ADC, if he has legalization of carrying arms in his policy. I want to ask you one question. If you wake up in 2027 one morning, and APC is declared winner of another sham election, what will be Nigerians' reaction? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice, short, sharp, poetic, and succinct. And he did it under a minute. By the way, what I read out at the beginning, I have to say almost forgot to give credit where it is due, and we must do that. Ugoji Maximilian, who is a speaker, an author, and an entrepreneur. He's the one that wrote that piece that I read out at the beginning of the show about 1976 Murtala and the 8 states. His name is Ugoji Maximilian. He's a speaker, author, and entrepreneur. Thank you. I have a message here from barristers. Good afternoon. Well, I'm not a barrister. I don't know who you're writing to, my love, but you've got the wrong person. Right, what have we got here? Good afternoon, Cecilia. My one and only radio goddess. Always looking beautiful, ma. Thank you very much. Kind of you. On the issue of 7 states or 8 states clocked 50 years, unfortunately, we cannot compare their internally generated revenue level to development. Only Ogun State fairly stands out of the 8 states. Ogun State, the LA of 0. You have to write back and explain that to me. Even the development in Ogun State is very poor. There you go. Abi Ijebu guy. The system of government we practiced from 1976 till date gave room for lack of visionary leaders, lazy politicians, and people revenue centralization and people, politicians and people. Revenue centralization kills development of many states. Imagine 1954 to 66. Regional government achieved more. West, industrial revolution. East, palm produce. North, groundnut pyramid, high boom agriculture. We cannot be developed with this system of government, Don't forget our peanut chocolate, Thank you, Yomi from Morio Kola. Yomi, thank you so much for that. Look, okay, let's talk. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, I can hear you.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from, please?
My name is Mr. Olakunle. I'm calling from Fiat.
Okay, Mr. Olakunle, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
What I only want to just say is about the Ogun State you are saying now.
Mm-hmm.
Ogun State is just a nuisance state. I live there and I reside there.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing the governor can write to for the people. It's not a good governor. Even all the money they have been giving to him,
mm-hmm.
for him to do something that will let people know that he's in power, he's still fighting against Otumba Gbenga Daniel for the concession of the Senate post.
Mm.
So the APC is just a useless party. Sorry to say.
There's nothing to be sorry about. Thank you. Hello. Look, it's your opinion. There's nothing to be sorry about. You know, you weren't being abusive. You were speaking as a citizen. Hello. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Chief Miss Ireti Bakari.
Chief Mister, how are you?
Good afternoon, man.
Good
Long
afternoon,
time no
sir.
talk.
Indeed. Welcome.
Thank you very
Go
much.
ahead. 1 minute.
One, all these our politicians are wicked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wicked. Professor Molumba said if you want to get rich in Nigeria, join politics.
Mm.
And that's exactly what is happening. I'm from Delta, Ndokwa East, where you have the biggest gas plant in West Africa. If I that left the other day, how much did they accuse him of? 1.3 trillion.
Mm.
If I know Kowa, from Agbo to Biaroko, Abavo, all those areas. Each area, there's no road, madam. And they accuse him of 1.3 trillion. Now it's in APC, we are not hearing anything anymore. That gas plant, they've been flaring that gas for years. Who knows? Joseph, why has visited that place as a Senate president?
Wow.
Obasanjo visited that place 3 times. 2019, they told me they will stop flaring gas in Nigeria. But that thing, you see about that new gas flow station around again. About 10 within that locality. Patrick Osakwe was a senator for 12 years. His place from Ogilama to Onuabo, no road. The man is dead now. His house is like a ghost town now. The mansion is built. To tell you how wicked these politicians are. Chief Mr. Ireti Bakari.
Chief Mister.
It's well. All
It
of
will
them,
be.
The after effect will tell.
It will
After
be.
effect will tell.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my sister.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Hello. Right. Okay. You can call back. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Sisi Oge.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you, sir? What's your name? Where you calling
This is Tunde. I'm calling from Itiwe.
from? Okay, Tunde, go ahead. You have 1 minute.
So you know what?
Yes.
This Ogun State that you mentioned. You are talking about the brokenness of Nigeria since the 1960s to this time. You know what? Our politicians they are very, very little, especially Ogun State. You know, Lagos is closer to Ogun. Before you go to Oyo State, you pass through Ogun State. That place is very, very miserable state. I'm experiencing here with you. Even the Oyo State that is not having money, the generation of money that the Oyo State is making is not up to Ogun State. The development of Awolowo, they are still working on it. The governor that came, and the successor to each other, they are still doing something concerning the state, not just of Ogun State. I must be sincere with you. This democracy that we are into, I'm not happy with it. Rather than we go back to regional, I think that will be better for us so that Nigeria will move forward. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much. May God bless Nigeria indeed. Hello. 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 Are you there? Can't hear you. Right, okay, you can send your message to 0809 597 5805. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Sisioge.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Boyeson and I am calling from Afromedia.
Go ahead, Boyeson.
Thank you very much. Like one of your callers said, that our so-called leaders, that they are lazy. She talked about electricity. And she was calling Adela, what do you call it? Look, these people are just, it goes beyond laziness. It's wickedness. Real wickedness. Otherwise, how can you're in the government, you are in charge of power, for instance, the people are not enjoying this power. They are not enjoying life.
Oh.
You keep on punishing the people. It's done now. You at the end of the month, you see there are people carrying ladder up and down, trying to disconnect the light you did not give. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, my sister.
Thank you.
It's very barbaric. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, right. So here's what I want to say. I agree with everybody that has called. Thank you all for your calls, and we've had lots of calls. I wish we could have more. I think it is true that, you see, here's the thing. We're in a country where we're constantly looking, we always think, anybody but, somebody else is better than, this one, that one. Rather than invest in what we have, we end up keep creating something else. Okay, rather than them to have fixed the refineries many years ago, okay, they continued with it, but instead they were sending oil out of Nigeria. Right? There's so many things, because our biggest problem in this country is maintenance. And because we don't have a maintenance culture, our politicians get away with blue murder. My sister caller who said about electricity made an incredibly interesting point. It is that, how are you going to have development when you don't have the infrastructure that is power? You must have power, you must have roads, because when you make it, it must be transported to the market, which brings us back to the beginning of what I was talking about the films, the relations. But here's the thing though. Abia State is only 35 years old. They've got power. Well, at least 8 out of the 17, or is it 9 out of the 17 LGs have power. Uninterrupted power. Abia State people will just be posing for you. Carrying showed like you're not our mates. And who out of all of us can they say, put your shoulder down? We can't. Because between geometrics, by the way, Professor Bart Nanji, God bless that man, we should all wake up and pray for him, and Governor Alex Otti, look at where Abia State is. Just look, as in, look, you can't argue. And that is why. Did you know that Dr. Okonjo-Iweala is actually looking to create an office of where is it she works for again? Not the World Bank, the other one. They're hoping to have an office in Aba. I mean, and that's what happens when you have good infrastructure. They don't just have light, they have roads. So now whatever they make, they're making it because they can plan. They can say, this is how much our electricity is going to cost us. They know how to do the business plan. And then they know how long it's going to take them to get it into the market. But which other state can boast that? Heck, I'm from Lagos. Yes, I love my Lagos. I wouldn't be me if I wasn't from Lagos. I'm sure of it. But indeed, Governor Sanwo-Olu, they keep saying you are the best, you are the this, you are the that. Which one you are. But what is happening with electricity in Lagos State? Why is it Aba, 35 years old, Aba, is able to do that? And you, Lagos must be what, 60? or coming close to it, I think, right? And you weren't able to do this. You're not able to create 24 hours electricity. What exactly are you doing, sir? And it's not personal. I'm talking to you as my governor that's supposed to be looking after my state. So you have that. And then you have Ondo State. I said I was going to gist you about Ondo State. Time goes so fast. So you people have Governor Ayedatiwa, right? Let me tell you something. A couple of Christmases ago, I'm at the party, as Cecile does, only once in a while, party, Christmas Day. And a guy is standing in front of me at a party, and, I love my height. I think I'm blessed, but some will tell you I'm short. Don't listen to them. They like to spread rumors. Why are you smiling? Anyway, they like to spread rumors. Anyway, guy standing in front of me, it's a party kind of thing, one of those sort of soiree kind of things. And I cannot tap him. And, I introduced myself and I said, "Who are you?" And he said, "I'm the deputy governor of Oyo State." And I said, "Oh, okay, what's your name?" And he said, Ayedatiwa. I said, "Okay." No, he didn't say I'm the deputy. He said, "I'm the next governor of Oyo State, of Ondo State." And I said, "What's your name?" And he said, Lucky Ayedatiwa. And I said, "Okay," because at that time, the governor was still he was sick, and, he was in hospital or whatever. And then 24 hours later, or was it 48 hours later, the governor dies. And this Mr. Ayedatiwa, Lucky Ayedatiwa, turns out to be the governor. I was saying, my sister's like, "See how sharp your mouth is. If only you had been nice to him." I didn't even say to him, "Good luck." I didn't say anything. I was just like, "Okay, whatever." And that was my experience with your current governor. What shall I say? I'm not surprised by the things you're telling me, although I can't disagree, but I would like to interview him. So if anybody knows how we can get in touch with him, please let us know, because Zay will get in touch with them. I talked about laziness, because I've said on this show before, those who care plan. It's true. Think about it. Those who care plan. If you care about something, you plan to do it properly, you plan for its success, you plan to make it work. And when you plan, you're ready to invest your efforts, your care, your passion, and everything into it for it to be successful. So here's what happens. When you're lazy, you don't plan. And that's what you have. So when they're on the pulpit and they're campaigning on that platform and they're promising you, Sherry Bichuminye, Otio, Tabawale is going to bring us money, and they don't do it, that's because they're lazy. They never planned for it in the first place, because they actually don't care. So I want us to, and somebody said about wickedness, right? Said Adelabu, I have name for him, Elekedungbe. That's just me. I have a name for him, Elekedungbe. Ogun State, you are so right about Ogun State, because it's a state that I've been to many times. So I'm sorry, I don't call him Eleyi anymore. I call him the Eleyi of zero, the Eleyi of Olodo, the Eleyi of nothing, because he hasn't done anything. I almost died on that road in Ogun State, the one that takes you, that you take all the way, that will take you to Shagamu all through. Like, what are you doing? The day, or is it 2 days after I left that road where we almost died, several people were kidnapped on that road. So yes, okay, Governor Dakwa Abiodun, you were dancing bugao. We too were bugaing you, because I don't know what you're doing, and I don't know what's taking you so long. You've done 8 years. I mean, is it impossible for you to look in the mirror and think, what can I be proud of? It's not good you being able to dance. It's of no use to anybody that you're a fine boy. Not that I think so. It's of no use to anybody that you attend parties. It's of no use to anybody that you can do for. Heck, it's of no use that you can do any other thing if your people don't feel it. The fact that you thought You are getting back at Adetong by doing Boga. Even though you didn't get it, you say, "Oh, you're abandoning me, and I know what you were up to." You ought to be ashamed of yourself, and I will say that. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Because if you were doing good work, we would all be praising you. If you were not close to Lagos, Ogun State would be worse than it is. And that's really a serious indictment on you, sir. A really serious indictment. Because you're young, so you have no excuse. You lived abroad. You have no excuse. That goes. Somebody talked about laziness, right? They talked about wickedness. Wanton laziness is exactly the meaning of wickedness. Because when you don't care, you don't do. But I'm not going to put all of that blame on him. I'm going to tell you something. Let me end with this. Very quickly. There's a lot of things that President Tinubu said when he was campaigning. There are two things that stuck to my head. Number one was after he won, he said, "Don't feel sorry for me. We asked for the job." Number two, and most importantly, that I want to remind all of you is, he said, if I do not give you permanent electricity, or however he said it, in my first term, don't vote for me. Over to you to do whatever you think is necessary. Until then, I will be back on Borderlines. We have an incredible show planned for you. You don't want to miss it. Cecile Gay is back. Life
in fast. Elections are shaping destinies. Wars are redrawing borders.
3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.